Hello and welcome to a continuation of Detroit Grand Prix Day. This was Sunday and the big race is on as I speak. We have the NFL draft coming up next year. We have the countdown clock. This is the Campus Martius Park, and this beautiful lady here is protecting Detroit and its citizens. And even suburban citizens, too, I might add. But, yeah, we have a nice little park in the middle of Woodward Avenue. And you can motor around via bike and even have somebody do it for you. And, yeah, they moved the Grand Prix back down to the streets of downtown Detroit. Moved from Belle Isle, which wasn't a bad venue, but I personally like it because I like the noise aspect of it, and just the thought of buzzing through the streets of downtown is kind of cool. Here's the Spirit of Detroit, but they have plenty of viewing platforms, and we'll see one right up front where you can get a darn great view for free. And I think that's great because if you're trying to attract new fans, let them get a taste of it, and then they'll want to get in to the main viewing area and check out the whole kit and caboodle, but you got to get them started. So let's listen in here a little bit. Okay, that was the end of that tape. So this is old school camcorder that I have. I got to pop out the tape and put in another tape. It's a high 8 tape. It's much like the old cassette players kind of thing. It uses that kind of thing. Okay, new tape is in. It'll be a new show, a new topic. I just wanted to show you a little of the Grand Prix there. All right, College for Creative Studies. There's a function at the Junction. And so I had to check this out. I like to say art is everywhere, and it certainly is in bountiful supply at the Center for Creative Studies. They had a big conference thing. I don't know if it's international or national or what, but they were featuring glass blowing. So there's a good crowd here. I'm trying to get a sneak peek. Outside they were doing t-shirts. Yeah, I had to work to kind of get a peek in at this. They got a big bubble there. Several artists are working on it. It's the glory hole they call there. They got to keep that glass nice and warm so it's moldable and workable. See the big bubble there? I'm not sure what the end product will be, but these guys are pretty creative. They're going to come up with something pretty interesting. There it goes into the glory hole. They close the doors. It heats up and it'll be a little more pliable when it comes out. And they'll reshape it, and they got to keep doing that. It's a process. But it's fun to watch glass being blown. It's a good visual for sure. All right. Hellfire Detroit. What's that all about? Well, it's hot sauces. So they got, if you like to have spicy food, you can do it up. Oh, they have a DJ playing out front. And it's not only this big conference, but they kind of combined it. Oh, this older couple was really into the dance thing. But Detroit Design Network, and they have an event called Drinks by Design. So once a month they have an event, and it happened to be here at this time. But they have a whole month in September, and that's just phenomenal. And these guys are great. I've featured them many a times. And I like it because they're into urban planning and architecture and design and all number of things. Well, it's Drinks by Design, so you got to buy a ticket. And I got one vodka with some watermelon crazy juice. And there's my blue coupon, so I'm good to go. I'm a happy camper now. But all the buildings were open, I guess, for this conference. Well, maybe not all of them. Maybe during the day, most of them were. But Glass Art Society. Okay, so that's what the acronym stands for. It's called the GAS Conference, but Glass Art Society. Okay, so now we got it. They have an auditorium here, and they were having all number of presentations through the course of the day, and a conference ran for several days. I think it started like on Wednesday and ran through Saturday. They have a quiet space here if you want that, and you can recharge your phone. But yeah, they have a nice lobby out front with many sculptures. And the Lobster Food Truck made their presence known here. So those things are great. These food trucks are phenomenal, being as portable as they are. You have a function at the junction, you can call a few of these people up, and boom, you got instant food. But yeah, nice campus they have here, and they're a nice addition to the Midtown area in Detroit. They're actually well known. They do designs for cars. They got all number of programs. They had brochures. I should have pulled one out, and just all the different art disciplines that they cover. Uh-oh, they're back. Oh no, run for your life. I don't think that's your traditional Golden Girls. I think that might be guys in drag. And oh my gosh, you can't have that. You can't even have them storytell anymore. Oh geez, in this woke society, we can't do nothing anymore. We have to be all following the straight and narrow path. So what the Christian religion tells you, I guess. I don't know how that all works. There's some people that just get their panties in a bunch on any number. I like these trees. It's white flowers and stuff, but yeah, that's once, yeah. They had a couple of those trees. And then I have a sister, her company is named Banana, but they sell little almond paste pastries kind of thing. And here's a whole thing all about bananas. So if you want to go bananas, you can. But yeah, with the art school, anything's probably fair game. These people are creative. It's in their DNA. And this building is cleverly designed. And then I went in one building, wanted to go to the second floor. And look at the staircase. They painted it all number of colors. Fancy dancy. Okay, so I made it up to level 2. And it's under video surveillance. It definitely is. But yeah, you have art on display. And some of it, I'm not sure. We'll see some later that it's for purchase. We're going to check out the 3D lab. That's a cool art piece right there. Yeah, all the different venues of art, just painting, sculpture, clay, and yeah, even 3D printing. That seems to be a big thing these days. So here's some of the products they made, and they make it out of plastic. That looks like the Eiffel Tower, if I'm not mistaken. Wow-wee. So then here's the machines. You got to take caution. This is the MakerBox Sketch thing, and then here's the spool of wire. So that's the blue, dark blue, excusez-moi. This might be, yeah, yellow. We got that. Cool. And they have black. God, they got them all numbered here, but okay. We're going to do a time check. Looks like they're good to go. Great. And you can get your attitude adjusted, and who doesn't need that every now and then? I certainly do. It's not necessarily me, but it's my evil twin that seems to act up all the time. I have no control over that person. All right, Design Arts building. Then you got a funnel. I love those kind of shapes. I just wonder how things move around the manufacturing process, or just how it works. Okay, we'll take a look at the menu here of the lobster truck. Lobster butter roll. Okay. Seasoned fries. They had a few people patronizing. Then they had an ice cream place in the North End. Uh-oh, they allow rainbow people, or I don't know what's up. Hot Shop was to the right. Now they lit up the sign. Hellfire. Yeah, they probably sell more when they light that up. People, red light district and all. Yeah. My evil twin's familiar with that kind of crowd. Hellfire. Spends a lot of time there. This is an electric four-wheeler quad. And look at the fancy-dancy suspension. And then you can see the battery down yonder. So, and then, yeah, even fashion. I think they do that a little bit here, too. Fashion's big. And Detroit's known for its fashion sense. Maybe not like Milan or New York or Paris, but we do have artistic people in that sense, and few rumblings. I mean, Detroit dresses well. It really does. All right. Well, here's like a lobby area where this stuff on display is for sale. Not every piece, but a lot of them. If it's not for sale, it'll say NFS. They use that acronym. This one, $900, and they have the contact info. And I was taking pictures of this, and sometimes to get a view, I would kind of back up and pull out. And I said, whoa, I better be careful, because I could back up and knock one of these displays over, and that would be a big mess. So I told myself, be careful, because, yeah, these things are just, some of them are just sitting on a pedestal, and yikes. Well, you can see some of the prices here. There's a water faucet there. Not everything's glass. Some of them have paintings. And I like here with, if you have good lighting and then you get the shadows, the shadows are great on the wall. So a lot of it's all the way you display the glass. And glass is so visual too. If you just hang it like in the window and you get different lighting during the course of the day, the art piece changes. So it's all the way you display it, really. That's a big part of it, so you got to be aware of that. This one was not for sale. And some of them, yeah, you probably bring your credit card, because I think this is the piece where I was looking at it, and then I kind of pulled away and backed up and said, oop, better be careful about what's behind me. I haven't evolved where I have eyes behind my head yet, but these guys, the AI generation, they probably will have eyes in the back of their head. and they'll be able to see 360. But yeah, I'm still the old school model. Limited brain capacity also. Hey, this is my brother-in-law, Chris Nordine. He had a couple pieces on display here. He went to the Center for Creative Studies and parlayed that into a good career. He's part owner, along with my sister, of the Glass Academy in Dearborn. That's on Trowbridge Street on the western edge of Dearborn, right across the street from the Home Depot on Michigan Avenue. These pieces of art are really neat. You like zoom in or change, and as you move around, the whole image changes. It's like a prism effect. Yeah, if I had a credit card with a lot of room on it, maybe I would have jumped at something. But yeah, you gotta. I do collect a little art. I have a few pieces at home. Um, and, every now and then, if I feel froggy, like I gotta have it, I might pay it. But my budget's pretty much like $1,000 and under,
What are your
really.
main plans here?
Even much lower than that. The most I ever paid for a piece was 900, and that was my neon sign of the Dirty Show, which I really like. It lights up at night and does all number of tricks. That's been featured on Motor Capital many a times. Look at these interesting chairs. If you got tired, you could sit down and relax. But yeah, they have a nice grassy green space out front, so people could relax, which is great. Back to the glass blowing, the piece, they were all done and all the people cleared out, so there's room to walk around, but nobody's making anything right now. Photo Lab, you got to go down under. They have sculptures out here too. That one looks like it's pretty sharp. All right, then across the street, we're real close to the DIA. Just a stone's throw away. So they got music and drama here, and then these like concrete reliefs. I'm not sure what you call the art form to do that, but I like it. This is the back side of the film theater. They got a sculpture here. So it's officially the Detroit Institute of Arts Auditorium, but if you want to see like avant-garde movies or whatnot, they showcase them here sometimes. So they have like a quarterly lineup of movies that you can watch. And then across the way is the Scarab Club. That's another artist enclave. They have some resident artists that do their work there. And then this is great, Corning Museum of Glass. That is like the top-notch type place. They're located in New York. I think it might be Rochester, but don't hold me to that. They had some glass demonstrations. They had a mobile truck here, and then they put a stage out front, and it looks like they've done this before. They're pretty professional. You can go on YouTube, and they got all number of classic videos of people making just some incredible pieces of glass. These might be students. This was from the day before. These are some of the pieces they had made. They got to cool overnight in an annealing oven. This piece didn't make it. It kind of broke. That's a hazard of glass. Every now and then you'll get a piece that doesn't work quite right, and you'll get that breakage, but that's a hazard of the job. Here out front, they have a Calder sculpture. What was it? A lady and her suitors. All right, and then really close by, just down the street, Michigan Science Center. The RoboCop was supposed to go up there, but then they changed it. The RoboCop is going to go at Eastern Market, but I'm not sure the location. You can take those Mogo bikes and get around. That's nice. That's the Maccabees building. It looks pretty stately. We're going to take a peek inside shortly. And then, yeah, if I can get that in focus, flowers are always cool. This building, I really don't know how much use this gets. The Horace Rackham building. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure who occupies this building. But again, those concrete reliefs. All right. And then, we'll check out the front of the DIA. This is the Woodward Avenue side. Oh, there goes the lobster truck. Off and running to the next venue. So they have, like, chairs, not movable, though. They're pretty fixated there. Oh, another food truck on the move from Nigeria. Wowie Kazawi. Come from all over. All right, Detroit needs to toot their horn a little bit. And, yeah, the word's getting out a little bit more now. Detroit was the butt of a lot of jokes, like Detroit's like the worst place for everything, but I think we've kind of gotten beyond that. Yes, knowledge is power. Yeah, we need to get the word out because we're not, we're bad to the bone, but we're not as bad as people think we are. We had the Devil's Night fires and all that, and spooked a lot of people, but certainly we still have issues, but who doesn't? All right, well, we're gonna check that out. There's some top shelf liquor up there, and a Shields Pizzeria. So they've been around for a few years now, and you can get like Detroit style pizza. We're known for that. That's kind of cool. All right, and they got cool lighting here. These light bulbs are kind of neat. I like how they have those interesting filaments. So you can do the carry out or eat in if you like. The hockey finals we're on. All right, want to shoot an arrow? They got that, teaching the youngins how to do that. I love the chandelier. And there's several. Oh, I'm going to get a tour guide that's going to tell me all about the lobby here of the Maccabees building.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of original stuff here. And then you got some of the history here.
Her name is Kat.
okay.
She's Korean, so we get like a lot of. My mom lives in Thailand, and I get to yaks in there. And then she's like behind her little counter. She's got some microwavable rice that helps in a pinch for me when my mom makes me food and I don't have any rice. And like kimchi and yeah. And I actually just moved closer to work. And, but it does open still.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, Geraldo Rivera must have cleaned out the mailbox already. I'm a little bit too late for that. But it's one of those mail shoot ones.
It's definitely down there.
Yeah, look at the detail.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been inside the Guardian building?
Yeah.
It's the lobby there where they have the shops and whatnot, the coffee shop.
Oh, yeah, I've seen.
The ceiling is actually coated in horsehair
Really?
because back in the day it used to be a bank. So it provided soundproofing. That way when people were trying to, put their account information, tell to the tellers, it's quiet in there.
Okay.
And then the marble and everything that's in there, all the ceramic, was from cubic pottery. They actually reopened in order to tile the inside of the building. I used to do Detroit tours.
Oh, well, I thank Kat for that info. I like when people are not shy and can give me the lowdown on a place. Here's the lowdown on their menu. This was current as of June. Any number of things, not just pizza. Well, they got subs, chicken sandwich, they got salads. So you can take your pick. All right. Well, they even have a Shields in Hong Kong. I flipped the globe around. Here we go. They have a Shields in Detroit, the motor capital of the world. Look at this, Dick the Bruiser. He's bigger than me, but I still think I could take him back in the day. Okay, tied up. All right, Tigers, well, when they were good, they won a couple of World Series. It might be a while. They're in that rebuild mode. Kind of like the Lions, rebuilding since 1957, but who knows? They might be good this year. Hold on to your hat. All right, well, it was Thursday is karaoke night, so yeah, this was a Thursday night, and so they're singing for this. Oh, sorry about that. That was a little promotional advertising there. You are watching Motor Capital. Okie dokie. So, yeah, they even got a spinning sign out front. Established 1946, so they've been around for a spell. Yeah, I like when people sing and play music and all that. I'm not musically inclined. You don't want to hear me sing. I don't have any talent per se, but I don't even want to try. I'll only sing like in a group setting when other people are singing, and I can I kind of lip sync actually. I'm just, yeah. But it's okay. I can admit that. I'm not afraid to say I'm toned up. Actually, it started way back in 4th grade. I went to St. Martha Catholic School on Oakwood. It's now part of the Corwell family. It was Oakwood Hospital, then it was Beaumont, now it's Corwell. But yeah, Sister Fabiola, my 4th grade teacher, oh, she was a tough nun. She used to paddle me quite a bit. I guess I acted up back then even, and nothing's changed since. But yeah, she said I was monotone, and so yeah, that stuck with me forever. I just got a mental block with all that. All right, well, here's a nice mural out here at Brush and Kirby. Guess a parking deck. There's the GM Global headquarters. And ooh, looks like a red light district up top there. Some hanky-panky probably going on. But look at some of these apartments. These are like smart buildings. I think a lot of people just dismiss Detroit entirely, but this building needs to get repurposed. It's all boarded up. Okay, made it back to the car. DET.com is the website. And sometimes, I'm not too religious about it, but sometimes I put the latest shows up on there. So if you miss a show or you want to go back and see an old show, you can go to that website and see it. All right, the Raven Lounge. Well, Thursday nights is freebie night. And so there's no cover charge, which is great. And they have a good house band. And so they got a red light district and a blue light district going on here. So what's not to like when you combine the two of those? So Shane and Farnsworth. Okay, I'm in. And this place hasn't changed since 1966. So this is like the old school decor. The band was taking a break. I missed the first set, but we're going to catch the second set here, so we'll listen in.
I need you to prove, baby, oh yeah. Come on, come on. You got the courage and thing. You speak good thing. Let's go home.
Oh, man, y'all give me that one more time. What do you call yourself, fella? You know what? Fellas, you gotta get your game on. Because just the other day, there was a lady walking down the street. She said, "Ben, how you doing?" I said, "I'm all right, baby, man." You ain't did a doggone thing until you stand up. Stand up in his bed. Stand up in his bed. Stand up in his bed. Ooh, stand up in his bed. I had to put this in short. All right.
I used to spend my nights out in a ballroom. Liquor was the only love I've known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom. And you man. Love you, Mike. See you Sunday.
Peace, Mike.
Sexy night. But once man, you ain't cooling in this boss man. Mrs. Stevens, you hear me? Boss man, you, all my sexy man. I saw you when you stepped into the club. The way you walk, the way your body moves. I was out here dancing, I was out of step, 'cause I was watching you. You were that sexy little thing. Bend over there, that innocent girl. I'm looking at you, you looking at me. I'm thinking about nice and easy. But let me tell you, part of this song nice. And then we're gonna end it rough. Alright. Left a good job in the city, working for a man every night and day. I never lost 1 minute of sleep, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheel get them together. We're gonna do some private dancer. You make me happy, yeah. It's you, baby. You stood right beside me, and I won't forget. And I won't be foolish, no. I wanna know. I wanna make sure I'm right. Champagne, I did the damn thing. Dirty Diana, saying dancing on the line. Ooh, I just wanna have a good time. Turn around, kick and slide. Put a ass to the right now. Ooh, running out, pop, pop. Cross your leg, turn around and clap. To the left and slide now. Ooh, drop down, low, low, just low. Anybody else? I gave myself a good talking to. No more being a fool for you. But when I see you, oh, I remember how you make me wanna surrender. Damn, your eyes were taking my breath away, for making me wanna stay. Damn, your eyes for getting my hopes up high, for making me fall in love again. Damn, your eyes. It's always the same. You say that you change, somehow you never do. I believe all your lies, the look in your eyes. You make it all, making me fall in love again. Damn, your Damn, your eyes. Damn, your You keep deliberately deceiving me, making me see what I wanna see. Damn your eyes, for making me back away. Hey, damn your eyes, for making me wanna stay. Hey, damn your eyes, for getting my hopes so high. Damn your eyes.
Oh, they have Funyuns here. That's good to know. But yeah, Live music, man, it's like taking candy from a baby. Not that I do that, though. Don't be passing that rumor. That's just a figure of speech. I don't really steal candy from babies. But, yeah, if it's free and you're watching live music, what's not to like? So, yeah, that's my go-to spot for blues Thursday night. But there's plenty of places to go. Nancy Whiskey's is a good place also. Jesus! They have the gospel music there. All right, heading for home, taking westbound I-94 back to Chicago. Well, not quite that far, just past this giant tire. Exit at 202 Telegraph Road. That's as far as I go. But yeah, it was a cheap night out kind of a thing. I mean, Taylor Swift, you can spend $1,000, sure, and she's definitely a musical talent, and probably would be great to be at a show like that. But I opt more for the spectrum where it's free as opposed to that $1,000. I don't even want to spend $100 on a concert. It's been a while. I'd go to Pine Knob, though. That would be, I wouldn't mind doing that. All right, Moe's Bait Shop. They got Wyandotte worms. I don't know how they're different, but they got green worms, king worms, baby worms, leaf worms, red worms. God, they got all number of different kind of worms, but the ones from Wyandotte must be the best. Here you can get Caribbean food. This is like jazzing at the Vanity. It's another function at the Junction. Here officially, Jazz and Blues Music Festival. So it ran Saturday and Sunday. That's the website, jazzingatthevanity.com. And they announced the musical lineup, and they said Thornetta Davis was playing. So it's like, oh yeah, that works for me. And she's from the east side of Detroit. So this is like her hood. So, but I parked down there by Marshall's Bar and Moe's Bait Shop. And I like the urban planning thing, so, well, here's a nice quote. And this is a picture from back in the day. Baseball team. And so they have the streets blocked off, so you got some of those people, and I did it too. You had to take the detour, but what's not to like about a detour? Well, behind these trees is a gorgeous building. Look at the brickwork here. And there's so many examples of this in Detroit. Geez, in the last 50 years, I think post-riot, we've been brainwashed into thinking everything in Detroit is just a piece of shit, and it's not anywhere close to that. But we listen to the national media, and we beat ourselves down and say we're not worth it. And yeah, woe is us that have to live, forced to live in the Detroit area where there's so many places where the grass is greener on the other side. Well, it isn't. You know, Detroit is a very affordable city. We have all the culture, the arts, the sports teams, even though the sports teams aren't any good, except maybe the Lions. But we have everything you would want in the city and the metro area, and you can pick your spots or whatever. If you're looking for trouble, you can find it, you know, usually like at 3 in the morning when you're fall down drunk or whatever. Yeah, you can find trouble. But if you do things the right way and go about your business and not get in anybody's business or something, you probably can make it and do all right. This building needs some help. It's all locked up and everything, but yeah, needs somebody to repurpose it. The bones might be good on the inside. You don't know. But they have 2 stages set up over here. Jefferson East stage here. The band just stopped performing. I didn't time my music too good out here. I missed this one. But there's the Vanity Ballroom. and the city owns the building, and they're asking for a request for proposal. RFP is what they call it. They all go with acronyms, but they're looking for somebody to take on the challenge of repurposing it. Not necessarily repurposing, if it could be a dance hall again. They had a floating dance floor, and the venue was up on the second floor, kind of thing. And years ago, I explored that building, and I might do again in the future to show you the condition. I think the roof is compromised, and as I recall, there was quite a bit of water damage. So it's going to take someone with some deep pockets. They might have to get those historical tax credits and all number of things to make it a go, but it's just a kick-ass building. And look at the brickwork and the detail. It's got that Mayan type influence. But yeah, they're waiting for somebody to give it a shot. But in the Grandy Ballroom on Grand River, that's another venue. People in Dearborn might be familiar with Russ Gibb and all that. That was his big concert venue. Had a lot of 60s acts perform there, and that building is vacant and been so for quite some time, and the roof is compromised there, and there's ghetto palms growing up on the roof. And yeah, oh, these people were having a barbecue out front. They got lions protecting their building. Looks like maybe some Puabic tile. This building needs to get repurposed. But the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood is, on the east side. It's just west of the Grosse Points. So, Grosse Points are old money. That's good area. Oh, they got some heavy artillery here. I think this is like a pile driver or hole digger. But yeah, they must be digging some holes for something or another. Got some pretty flowers. Folks, so nearing the top of the hour, but thanks for watching. Tune in for the conclusion of this next week and the demo of the smokestack, the Detroit incinerator. Good night.